This is my informative speech on the growth of the fetus, and this is my audience.
Hi, I'm Donna Cameron.
Sean Cameron.
Zach Cameron.
And I'm Kathy Snyder.
It is a fact that from the moment of conception, 46 chromosomes and 30,000 genes combine to determine our physical characteristics, such as sex, facial features, body type, color of hair, eyes, and skin. Even more amazingly, intelligence and personality. The way you think and feel. We're already in place within your genetic code. At the moment of conception, you are essentially and uniquely you. The information I will share with you today comes from several internet sources. These are Just the Facts, University of Virginia Health System, WebMD, and Mayo Clinic. The growth of the fetus is a miracle in itself. Today I'm going to share how this miracle is completed in approximately 40 weeks or 9 months, split into 3 different trimesters. Just as each child grows and matures at different rates and at different times, so does that same child as it begins its life in the womb. During the first trimester, weeks 1 through 12, the most dramatic changes occur. The embryo, which is called this because it has to be called the embryo from weeks 1 through 8, and then it calls itself the fetus, was the size of a poppy seed. The transformation made from this to the end of week 4 is extravagant. The development at the end of week 4 is that the major organs begin to form, the eyes, ears develop, and the tiny limbs, buds, appear. The eyes, nose, mouth, and ears are more distinct at the end of 8 weeks. So are the arms and legs, clearly distinguished in this picture that I have of the first trimester. The ears and toes are also distinguished, but they are still webbed, and jawbones start to develop also. At the end of 12 weeks, the external genital organs develop, and the eyelids are formed. The voice box is also formed, which is called the larynx. Now that all the major organs and systems have formed in the fetus, the following 6 months, or other 2 trimesters, will be spent growing. During the second trimester, weeks 13 through 27, the fetus kicks and moves from side to side. The eyes and ears move to where they are supposed to be at this stage, which is shown in this picture. You can see the eyes, how they're in the front, and the ears in the side where they're supposed to be. And 2 things also form on the fetus. These are the vernix caseosa, which is a creamy white substance that protects thin fetal skin, and the limugo, which covers the fetus with soft downy hair. Fat is also put on the fetus, or starts to grow or develop on the fetus, along with fingerprints and toe prints that start to form. Now that the fetus has finally made it to the home stretch, also known as the 3rd trimester, it can prepare itself for birth. The 3rd trimester, which is weeks 28 through 31, the eyes open and blink, and all bones are fully developed at this stage, although they are still soft. The lungs inhale and exhale at this stage, and the sex of the baby, although it is a little more difficult for males, is for the most part developed. For males, the testicles go from the kidneys through the groin into the scrotum. However, for females, the clitoris is already prominent. At this stage, the baby is approximately 2 to 3 pounds and 15 inches long. However, at week 32 through 38, the pounds are 4 to 4.5, and the length is approximately 17 inches long. From weeks 38 through 40, which are the last 2 weeks of pregnancy, the baby is pretty much already formed, and it begins to settle into the pelvis, waiting to be birthed. In a brief summary, each trimester of pregnancy is marked by developmental changes in the fetus. By the end of the first trimester, the fetus has a recognizable human form, complete with the beginning stage of development for main organs and systems. By the end of the second trimester, all vital organs of the fetus have developed, and the fetus has started to have movement. And finally, in the third trimester, the fetus's size increases and the organs mature. The fetus then settles in the pelvis until birth. Just like my final picture that I have of the third trimester. The development of the fetus proves that everyone on this planet is a miracle.